Jesus set out and he went away to the region of Tyre, and he entered a house and did not want anyone to know he was there. Yet he could not escape notice. But a woman whose little daughter had an unclean spirit immediately heard about him, and she came and bowed down at his feet. Now the woman was a Gentile of Syro-Phoenician origin, and she begged him to cast the demon out of her daughter. And he said to her, "Let the children be fed first, for it is not fair to take the children's food and throw it to the dogs." But she answered him, "Sir, even the dogs at the table eat the children's crumbs." Then he said to her, "For saying that, you may go. The demon has left your daughter." And so she went home and found the child lying on the bed, and the demon was gone. And then he returned from the region of Tyre, and he went by way of Sidon toward the Sea of Galilee in the region of Decapolis. And there they brought him a deaf man who had an impediment in his speech, and they begged him to lay his hand on him. He took him aside in private, away from the crowd, and put his fingers into his ear. He spat and touched his tongue. And then looking up to heaven, he sighed and he said, "Ephphatha," that is, be open. And immediately his ears were opened, his tongue was released, and he spoke plainly. Then Jesus ordered them to tell no one, but the more he ordered them, the more zealously they proclaimed it. And they were astonished beyond measure, saying, "He has done everything well. He even makes the deaf to hear and the mute to speak." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
I think I was probably around the same age as that young man who was just singing, maybe a little younger. When in the morning on a Monday as school was starting up again, I went and told my mother, "I don't feel good." And she gave me that look because she had heard it so many times before. But I wasn't kidding, because I really didn't feel good. And so at that time, some of you may remember in those old days, the remedy for not feeling good was a teaspoon of something called paregoric. Foul tasting, terrible stuff. So I took it and I went off to school, and 4 hours later was carted away to the hospital with a ruptured appendix. And so they get me on the table and they operate real quickly, and I remember the terrible smell of the ether and going under. But when I woke up, there's my mother and father standing behind the bed, looking around at me. The look of my father was concern. The look of my mother's face was anguish. She has sent me away. She didn't believe me. She had good reason not to believe me, but this time I was really for real. And it reminded me approximately, 14 years ago, when my daughter, her husband, and her 3 children lived in Queens in the Forest Hill section. My daughter called up really panic-stricken, and she said, "Is there any way you can get down here?" So I came home from work, and there were suitcases packed by the door, and Leslie said, we're going right now. It seemed at that time there was something terrible going around, especially for young children. They caught the flu. Bad enough. But then it developed into strep throat. So they were being treated for both of those things, never realizing that on top of those 2 things, these kids were catching pneumonia. Triple threat. And so we went down and took care of the youngest child, who, by the way, was 6 weeks old. And their oldest child was 6, and the girl in the hospital was 3. It was a vigil, because in the hospital we heard the whisperings going on. In a children's hospital, you usually have doctors and nurses who are there to get the kids going, keep them happy. Every one of them had this serious look on their face, because during the past week they had lost 6 children. And we were told on the side by one doctor, I said, "You need to at least prepare one of us." And he said, "The next 24 hours we'll know." And so we look into this care unit that's glassed off, and I see all kinds of tubes connected to her, and one is in her side to drain the fluid that's rising in her lungs. And she had one of those little things on her fingers that takes up and saw my wife and I, and she waved this little finger, breaking our heart. But I remember standing next to my daughter, my arm around her, and she said, very softly, she said, if I lose her, I'm never going to get over it. I know that. Parents, especially moms, and I don't discount dads, but moms who bring forth life into the world, protect those children with the viciousness almost of a she-lion. And as I was reading this text this morning, especially, about Jesus going into this area where there's this huge mixture, mostly of non-Jewish people, Syro-Phoenician, Canaanites, Samaritans, Romans, Greeks, and so on. Notice he goes into a house and hides. He doesn't want anybody to know he's there because he knows he's in alien territory, but somehow it gets out, and the first one that comes is a mom. Sick little girl, and she begs. And it is interesting, Jesus' first response is this is how he understands himself. He understands himself as being sent to his own people, and his own people only. No wonder he says to her, it's not fair to take children's food and throw it to the dogs. If that sounds harsh, then the Greek word is even harsher, for it denotes a female dog. I leave that to your imagination. And she replies, Sir, even the dogs under the table eat the crumbs of children. And it is at that moment, perhaps, that Jesus realized that his calling to do what he believed to be the Word of God was expanded beyond something that even he might not have imagined when he started off his mission work. And so as a result, he says to her, your faith has made you, child, well. And she goes away and the child is made well. What we might consider an evil spirit might have been some type of convulsions or seizures. But the point is she became well. And as I looked at this and I thought to myself of what had happened in my own life at 10 years old, looking at my granddaughter in such serious condition, and I was trying to make a comparison of what that might be like. And we talked about this at a retreat here at St. Luke last spring of a group of Lutherans and Episcopalians that came together. And we were talking about spirituality, how we express our faith, and finding those things that we all agree on. And I brought up this text because I said one of the things that has affected my life twice is this text about this Syro-Phoenician woman coming to beg from Jesus. And he refuses her until, in absolute abject humility, she begs. And I was talking about this to a lovely woman from St. Stephen Episcopal Church, and she said, is your computer open? And I said, I think so. Tammy, our secretary, is here. She said, I want to print something out for you. And I'd like to read that to you, because as I looked at it, it was the words that were written down of a mom, probably in the same situation as my own daughter was, watching her 3-year-old. A very sick little girl like the text, like my daughter. And she wrote these words as she remembered this text from Marcoux. And she writes, do not tell me no, for I have seen you feed the thousands, seen miracles spill from your hands like water, like wine. See you with the circles and circles of the crowd pressed around you, and you do not turn the soul away. So please don't start with me. I am saying you can close the door, but I will keep knocking. You can go silent, but I will keep shouting. You can tighten the circle, but I will trace a bigger one around you, around the life of my child, who will tell you no one else surpasses a mother for stubbornness. I am saying, I know what you can do with crumbs, and I am claiming mine, every morsel, every scrap that you may have up your sleeve. So, unclench your hand, your heart. Let the scraps fall like manna, like mercy, for the life of my child and the life of the world. Do not say no. Yesterday at this church, we gathered several people for our annual Wise Men's Hunger, having put together 22,000 meals that are going to be sent away from this church. And as I was driving home and thinking about this text that I had to preach about this morning, I thought, what are the hands out there that this food goes to? Parents, moms, dads, who pray to God and say, please don't say no. Let my child be nourished. Let that child have life. And I began to think that that is what part of identity of any Christian church is, no matter what its denomination. That as we look at what Christ did, that somehow our minds are open to go beyond this church, the Lutheran denomination, the whole concept of what Christianity is, so that every congregation is a congregation that answers that question. We will not say no. We will say yes. And that forms an identity for us that goes beyond what we wear and what's on our wrists this morning, although they are the identifying factors of what we're called to do as a congregation. But in this text, we discover Jesus' discovery, something new. And for every church that loves its own tradition, that finds it so hard to change anything. What? You're going to change something? Yes. But really, it's all about changing the heart. And the changing of that heart, all of a sudden, we're right back in this text. And we're looking at this pleading woman. Or perhaps in your own life you've had an experience like mine in which you want like crazy to do something and you don't know how. At least here and now is the possibility of opening one's mind and going beyond where we think we can go. So as we start this new season of God's Work Our Hands, and every Sunday we'll bring that theme in and talk about it a little more, in what we do here and how we express that in our lives, it really might be good if you don't wear this every day, at least keep it visible. I know you're going to wash the shirts. I did wash mine yesterday after I got home. It's called on the washing machine, quick cycle. And so I'll pack that church away, hang it up in the closet, but I want to keep this on top of my bureau and ask myself, where am I going today? Is this who I really am? Because it's so easy to forget. So here we are in September, it's kickoff time, new year, starting things all over, ready to go with new ideas and new concepts. And in that, let us always be a people who do not say no to the children of the world, or even the children in our backyard. Because that's what it's all about, really, when you come right down to it. Sir, for even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs, and he said to her, for saying that, you may go. Who else can we do that for and say, you may go? Or in the words of James' Gospel this morning, feed, clothe, shelter, express your faith. Let it go. Let it water like streams coming down, as the prophet Isaiah has said. This is what it's all about. Sooner or later, people hear what people believe, don't they? And whether they agree or disagree, sooner or later they're going to say and look at us and say, I know what you say, show me what you do. And that is the impression that is left upon all people of looking upon those who proclaim Christ as their risen Lord. Show me what you do. And then, I might follow you, just as the crowds followed Jesus and began to understand him as something extraordinary in the world. And in today's world, an awful lot of people need to see what is truly extraordinary in this world. And it's in our hands, even though it is God's work. God give us the strength to do these things as we come to every Sunday here. And so, if you think that this is something that I think I can do it, but I'm not quite sure if I'm worthy of it. I'd like you to stand now, and we're going to sing the hymn of the day. And it is like the Syrophoenician woman who comes and says, I am who I am. Can you help me? Please stand, let us sing together just as I am.